If you guys enjoy fantasy football, you need to check out Underdog Fantasy. They have season-long drafts. They have pick-em plays where you pick higher or lower for your favorite players. You can turn your sports knowledge into some real cash. And if you use promo code SLAY when you sign up, you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the best settings and the best passing settings that you guys should be using. Now, it doesn't matter if you're playing Dynasty, Road to Glory, Ultimate Team, Regs. It does not matter. These settings will help you out no matter what you play. Now, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop a like, a comment down below. Let me know if these settings helped you out. I've been getting a lot of comments, people having overthrows, stuff like that. So I talked to the big dogs. We got the best settings in the game. Don't forget to check out Underdog Fantasy right now using promo code SLAY. Will get you up to $1,000 of bonus cash and a free pick. And on top of that, we got day one schemes over on Civil.gg. If you use promo code SLAYIN, you get 30% off at checkout. The link for all that is in the description. Make sure you guys go check it out. Let's get into it. So, if you're an Ultimate Team, what you need to do is back out. Now, once you're at the home screen, that's going to be where you want to be because there's a lot of settings that we need to go over. So you're going to go over here. You're going to hit RB all the way over to settings. Could be different. R1, I guess, if you're on PlayStation. Go to game settings. Now, we're going to cover everything. So your offensive playbook, defensive playbook, you could change this, obviously. It doesn't really matter. So I just leave it there. Even teams, you can have that off. Skill level, this doesn't matter. Especially if you're playing in cut. They're based on what the solo challenges are that EA puts in there. So if you're on freshman and you're playing a Heisman solo challenge, it's still going to be Heisman even if you have it on freshman. It doesn't matter. So quarter length, just keep this on 5 minutes. Now accelerated clock is usually off. I like this on, especially when I'm trying to true clock in solo challenges and stuff like that. I like to put it at 10 seconds. That way, if I'm chewing clock, it'll run all the way down to 10 seconds. Now, do you want the ball first or do you want the ball at half? So first choice, I like to kick, and then I just leave it with win. This is telling me that I'll get the ball at half. I like that. Control scheme, tap and hold, that's fine. Wear and tear. Now, this has nothing to do with Ultimate Team. This is going to be like Road to Glory, that kind of stuff. I'm really not going to get into any of these settings right here because, to be honest, I don't know much about them. But if you don't want wear and tear, you can turn all this down, and then you'd be fine if you're playing a game mode that has that. Now, coming down to the passing settings, okay? Placement and accuracy. Going to be the best one. This is what all the pros use. Placement and accuracy, your passing slowdown, you can have it on off, slight, moderate, but you want it on off, okay? Either way, this doesn't matter for Ultimate Team, but you still want it on off. Pass lead increase. You can go small. I did notice overthrows with it being small. I'm going to have mine on off. This has been the best passing settings that I've tried. And then your reticle speed, 3. Or you could go to 7, but I wouldn't go past 7. You could be crazy and go up to 20. I think that's too fast. You can mess around with this and see how it is. Now, your reticle speed, say you're pass leading when you hit left trigger and you're pass leading the ball, going to control that. So 7, I like mine at 3. And then reticle visibility, user only, user only. AI wide receiver for user teams, does not matter, does not matter. Auto defensive play call, on. Defensive ball hawk, you want on. Defensive heat seeker assist, you want to turn this off. Okay, you definitely want to have this off. Your switch stick delay. So if you're out there switch sticking, I don't want no delay. I just turn mine to none. I don't want no delay when I'm switch sticking at all. So put that at none. Defensive switch assist, you can have this on. Control plate art off. Coach mode off. And then obviously this is going to be more Road to Glory mode, all that kind of stuff. I don't touch this. I just leave it here. Now your crossplay, you got to turn that off in your other settings or on, whatever you want to do. Sometimes I'm lagging when I play other people that are on PlayStation and stuff like that. So this year I decided to turn it off. And then accessibility. This is a big one. Controller vibration. I am not one to like controller vibration. So if you don't like it either, you can turn it off right here. Now, obviously you got your color blindness, your brightness. You can turn this up depending on how your monitor is, stuff like that. So I just leave mine at default. Contrast, you can mess with this too. These are really nothing. These are just self-preference, I guess, whatever you like. For me, being a content creator, I can't have any of the music or anything like that to get a copyright strike. So I just turn it all off for the most part. Force off motion blur, that comes with a no. You want to keep that at no. And then penalties, this doesn't matter. This is all just pretty much related to playing against a computer. So if you play against a computer and stuff like that, probably want to fix that. Player skill, this is going to be the same thing. Computer skill, visual feedback. So this is a good one. So dynamic play call, we want that off, okay? And then your button layout, it should be whatever it is, X, A, Y. It should come standard like this. So you want to leave it like that. Previous play information, I like to keep that on. That way it shows me what plays they're running, stuff like that. Visual feedback on-field trainer, I turn that off. Defensive pass coverage, visual assist, I turn that off. Receiver visual assist, I turn that off. Coaching tips off. I mean, if you need them, you can turn them on. Pre-snap menu on. Player names, pre-snap only. Now your camera toggle, you just leave this on. You can switch it up if you want to. And then coming over to menu narration, if you know what you're doing, you can turn all this stuff off. Enlarge on-field graphics. So this is going to make, say when you're drop back and you're passing the ball and you got your, if you're on Xbox, you got your A icon, your X icon, whatever the icons are for like the receivers and stuff like that. This, if you turn it on, it'll make it way bigger. Like it'll be way bigger. So where was that at? Enlarge on-field graphics. So like the A would be like this small, but it'd be like that big. So if you're like have bad eyes or you're playing on a really small monitor or something, you want that on, you could turn that on and you're gonna make those buttons a lot bigger if you have trouble seeing them. Now, audio settings, like I said, I turn all this stuff off. It really doesn't matter at all. Pretty much just the visual feedback and stuff like that. I want all this kind of stuff off. I don't want all that extra stuff on there to lag the game up for me. And that's going to be your best settings. So now that you got all your settings, the best thing to do is practice them and tweak them just to make sure they're right for you. So what you want to do is go into open practice. It does not matter who you pick. Pick your favorite team. Does not matter. Now, come out here. If you got an offensive scheme already, get into that and start practicing. Now, what's good about open practice is we can tweak things and adjust them as we're playing. So obviously blue passes are the best passes in the game. If you're consistently throwing blue passes, you're really good. You got it off to a good start. Now, I'll be throwing a bunch of green. I'll throw some occasional blues, but I'm fine with that. As long as I'm getting accurate passes, that is okay. But if you can blue every time, that's really, really good. So we'll try to do some here. Boom, we get a blue there. That is nice. So we're going to keep practicing. Now, say I'm not comfortable with these, right? That's what's most important. So we get another blue, which is good. 2 blues back to back. I'm liking that a lot. Let's try this again. Boom, we get a green that time, but that's okay. The more you play as well, like the more practice you get, the more you get used to throwing the ball, the more blues you'll end up getting over time, right? It's not like just get it and come out here and then you're throwing blues like this every single time, right? It's going to take a little bit of practice. But say, you know what? My reticle speed isn't right. I don't like it. Well, that's okay. Then you just hit start. You go to options, settings, and then right here is the passing settings that we already set earlier. Then you can adjust them. So say I put this one at 7 to practice, but I do like 3. So 3 is my main, and we're going to come down here, and we're going to see what we can get. So boom, blue right there, right? I like that. That is what we want. So let's try to throw a couple other passes. So let's put Y on a drag here and just see if we can get some blue. We get a green right there. That's all right, though. As long as I'm getting accurate passes, that is fine with me. And let's try to throw, we're going to try to throw the tight end right. Yep, blue, right on the money. That's what we like to see right there. So the more that you practice, the better off you'll be. But the main thing is getting your settings down to where you're mostly comfortable. If you're throwing blues all the time, the settings are right for you. Do not change them, okay? The passing settings right here, I feel like are going to be best for me. So you can tweak them, whatever you want to do. But there's another blue right there. I'm fine with it. So tweak your settings, get them to where you want to. If you're consistently throwing blues, you're good to go. If this video helped you guys out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Drop a like, a comment down below. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.